Hello, this is Nick speaking. For the week 5, the database, I will start with the gem that I used for this. So device and Rails admin to make the back office in the login section. The gem PD to connect the postgre database, and the gem whenever to add a timer for a certain action. I also used the chart.js to make the graph. So let's start with the seed. This is the seed file to seed all the database. This is done with the CSV files just here. So there is a lot, by example, in the address, a lot of address. Let's continue with the quote controller. I used it to take the information from the quote and send them to the quote table in the mySQL database. After that we have the chart controller. Let's make the list controller before. This is the same as the quote controller, but it take the leads the lead and send them in the leads table. After the chart, a little more complicated. It connect to the Postgres server with the information, the part, the database name, all this. After that, I select the business name, the number elevator from the table in the Postgres. Let's see here. From the table here, the dim customer. And after that, I just store this data in the variable and use it and store it in another variable. Here I select the first column, so the business name, and after that I used it to make the graph. Let me just the chart HTML. So here in the graph, for the x-axis, this is the variable and this is the label, and for the data I use a y. So that's why I use these variables, and this is for the first graph, the second and the third graph. After that, the connect, this is a rig task, so I used it to connect the database, the Postgres and the mySQL. So same things here, I connect to the Postgres database, and I take the value from the mySQL database and send them in the Postgres. So this is for all the tables, the fact quote, fact contact, elevator, dim customer. So if you want to execute this command, it's not there, but you need to make a rake connect and DWH, but you can also use the schedule to make it work here. So if you want to make the schedule work, you need to start the cron service. But I already did the transfer between the tables, so the database, so it's working right now on the website. As you can see, if I go in pdadmin, so this is the Codeboxx database, and I have all here the data in my tables. Same for all tables. And let's see a little bit the website. So here, this is the login page. You can log in here with your information. So let's say Mathieu. Password here, you have access to the back office. And if you log out here, will show you that you can access the graph. But to access the graph, you need to be connected also. So if you log in, you can see the graph here. And the seeds are already in the Postgre database. So I think that's all for this week. Thank you for the correction.